5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
We Find Wrestling, one promotion, one event, one match at a time. We are the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what is up, man?
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Bob, good to see you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy few weeks, and it's just about to get crazier for you. You got a packed month.
Yeah, man, I'm running all over these here United States. Wish I
Mm,
was getting a little more wrestling in, but doing some family stuff, so
right. Yeah,
could
we're gonna
be
get
could be fun. But we are mixing some wrestling in there.
there. Gonna be some wrestling coming. Gonna be some wrestling coming. We're headed out to Marquette Mania, UPW Marquette Mania 4. We've talked about it for weeks. This damn card is freaking stacked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then last week when we got them recording, they added Melvin Hayes defending the American Championship against Big Con.
Nerd Rage. I can't wait.
I,
So excited to see Nerd Rage.
I saw yesterday, I think, or this morning, that Tully is in the Mike Shaw Battle Royal.
Okay.
So we'll get to see all our guys out there. And of course, Samson and Riddle is
Oh, it's sick.
absolutely sick. Did you see this guy on, I don't know if it's Instagram or Twitter, Big Oha or something like that? And he's like talking shit about Matt Riddle.
Dude, he is not a Riddle fan.
He's like, man, Samson's gonna kick your ass at Marquette Mania, and I'm like, hell yes, let's get it on. I can't wait for Samson
Yeah,
Riddle.
it's like I said, man, it's gonna be crazy.
It is, and this time, instead of flying in to an airport like 3 hours south and driving all forever, I'm actually flying into town, no car. I'm gonna Uber.
Mhm. Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, man. I don't know how far away I am from the place, but I think you said you could walk, right?
Yep, I believe I am pretty much across the street, so
Hell yeah.
should be a nice easy one for me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, what else is going on? Oh, well, let's just jump into some shit here, man. Let so we did two shows the last 2 weeks, two watch-alongs. We did the WWR Plus tournament for tomorrow a couple weeks ago, and then last week we kind of did a called an audible at the last minute and did a Lucha Lucha episode. And I thought we would just kind of catch up on some of the news from the last 3 weeks, and I don't think there's any bigger news in the last three
Yeah.
weeks than Krule getting stabbed.
Did he though?
I was
Did he
waiting for
though?
that. What do you hear?
I
What do you
mean,
know?
listen, I don't know nothing about nothing. All I know is there are a lot of conflicting reports, man. I'm not saying that something didn't happen. You and I have seen the video. I don't know that you just kind of let that guy out of the building, run him out of the building if he stabbed somebody. I would have thought we'd heard a police report. I don't know. Um,
You think it's a
I don't
work?
know. It's weird. I think it might have got worked into a work. How about that? Um, it's
Interesting.
just weird, man. It's weird, right? It played out weird.
Did.
I know it started at the merch tables. Somebody was unhappy with Krule and his pricing, and um, from what I understand, Krule's coming down for the match later on, and the guy kind of stands up, gets in his way on the way to the ring. Um, later on during the match, guys get thrown into the crowd, and just happens to be this guy and knocks him out of his seat. Um, And then, apparently the kerfuffle takes place after the show back at the merch table. Um, I wasn't there. I don't know. If Krule got stabbed and um, you know, the wrestlers feel like they handled it and this guy is out, then who am I to say no? It's got a weird feeling to it to me, buddy.
It certainly does. Look, I mean, and that's the thing. The conflicting reports about the stabbing, the like you said, getting hit during the match. And not only that, but having a confrontation on the way to the ring and then getting hit in the match. Um, and then starting trouble at the merch table. Of course, the videos we saw
Twice.
started. Yeah, of course, the videos we saw started after all the commotion had happened. If it was a
Right.
setup, I would think somebody would have caught it on camera from afar starting. But you're right. They
You
say he
would
was
think.
stabbed, and they say he wasn't stabbed, and then there's nobody seems really concerned about the stabbing, which is another signal um, that like I don't know, but I do know that the Facebook groups
hmm
are involved in this, right?
Yep.
What do
Yep.
you,
So there's a lot of war of words.
and if this came out of a war between two deathmatch groups, and let me just say this, I don't want the deathmatch community coming after me. I don't know anything about this beef between Deathmatch Elite and whatever the other Facebook group is. I do know that I follow some people who follow some people and will share things as far as dialogue. I do know that one side of one of those groups was all of their comments seemed to be laughing at what they claim is 15 guys not being able to beat one guy's ass. Um, if it's not a work, then that's teenage bullshit, man. You guys are idiots. But if everybody's in on work, then we're back to square one. I don't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, are they playing into this war between the deathmatch groups out there? And then that's what, you know what I mean?
Hey man, only time's gonna tell. Nothing concrete has come out. No charges, no
Also true.
medical reports, no, I mean, so I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's weird. If it's an angle, it didn't hit great if
Mm-mm.
it is. Um, having seen the video, if it is a work, then uh it's working good. If it's a shoot, then you can understand the comments of this guy just kind of took his lumps, right? But he walked out of there more or less. I mean, he was more pushed out than really ass beaten. I mean, we've seen we know what wrestlers are capable of when we've seen fans really get it. I mean, we've seen some fans get some ass whoopings,
And it's immediate.
absolute ass
It's
whoopings,
immediate. The guys go right for the
immediate.
hardest punch to the
Um,
face. Like they don't fuck around. And this seemed like
no,
10 guys throwing
it's
working punches.
it looked off. It just and again, maybe I'm the asshole. Who knows?
I'm not arguing with you because I believe I'm with you.
hmm
But what do you get out of that angle?
I
There's
I
no
don't know.
match. You're
Uh,
not gonna have a match unless the guy's a wrestler and it's being hidden from people. Some guy from Canada they shipped in like a ringer. Then you don't get a
right.
payoff. You know what I mean? Like that's what I don't get. Now, have wrestling companies done angles with no payoff before? A million times. So I'm with you. I just don't see what anybody gets out of it. Cruel certainly doesn't look any better.
No, 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 none of them do. It's if it's an angle, if it's his shoot and this guy did this, then yeah, he needs to be gone. But if the guy did this, then again, dude, I want criminal charges. I mean, that's
Hmm.
you stab somebody,
Yeah,
man.
it's way. I mean, Raja Jackson tried to almost killed somebody with his fists, and they dragged him out of there in cuffs, and like the whole world exploded. Cruel gets stabbed, and nobody's
hmm
calling for. You know what I mean? That's another good point. Another really good point. Like everybody was calling for it immediately when Raja jumped in that ring. Everything, charges,
Right.
yeah, Knox getting closed,
So I,
Rikishi out.
I, I just, I just think this is going to be, a wait and see situation. If this fizzles out, we just don't hear any more about it.
Right,
That is what it is, right? Um, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's one of the weirdest things I've seen in a long time.
right. I mean, I guess you could certainly attract deathmatch people to a show if you've got this kind of shit going on.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the only thing to me that makes any kind of sense is look how dangerous our shows are.
Right.
Even the wrestlers might get stabbed. Um, Obviously, you're wanting to attract a certain type of fan and you will get those.
Hmm.
Um, and if that was what you were going for, I don't know that it hit.
Yeah.
That's not what I would be, you know. If that's the case, it's a little too much realism in my fantasy world there. I don't want to go somewhere where there may be stabbings.
Right.
Call me old fashioned.
Yeah, like, and there have been times where, people have done more lethal things in wrestling. And I remember early days TNA was a lot of that stuff. And it's like, you don't want to pretend like you're going to kill people. Like, that's not an angle. That's weird, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'm with you.
It,
I
it,
just, I
it,
don't,
Dude, it's one of the reasons why it always bugged me when and it was never a prop where he came to the ring like he was going to kill somebody with it, but I was never a fan of like when Drew McIntyre was coming with the sword.
yeah.
Why I was never a fan when guys brought, Blackman used to bring the nunchucks and things like it was like, okay, you
Yeah.
know,
Triple H used to have a sledgehammer. Like,
yeah,
it's too much.
I just, yeah. And again, that's a personal me thing.
Hmm.
Anybody out there, there were tons of people that loved the McIntyre stuff. The visual of it was amazing. I mean, he looks like a goddamn Highlander.
He does.
Um, Triple H with the sledgehammer. That's iconic. Blackman with the nunchucks. That dude could legitimately fuck you up with those nunchucks. But it just wasn't my thing. It wasn't for me. And that's coming from me who's got the love of the deathmatch stuff
Oh my
now.
God. I turned him into a
But there
bloodlust.
are certain things I'm looking for in a bloodlust. See, you got me going now. In a death match, right?
Right.
I love the light tubes. I've even I don't like them, but I've gotten to where I'm expecting the gussets and just the stuff. It's just the tack strips and the tacks and hell, I love a good Lego match, man. Come on. But to bring an actual deadly weapon for what purpose?
Right.
What at what point could at least the sledgehammer made sense the way they used it. The nunchucks kind of made sense, but a sword, what's the point of, I don't know. Like I said, it's a me thing.
No, I'm with you. You're right. It's a good. I think the best point here is that if we don't hear anything more about this, then it just sort of is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, I'm with you. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It just might be an angle that kind of went, ugh, okay, let's sweep that one under the rug. It's, let's forget about this,
Right, right.
So, we'll see. We'll see.
Something else going on with some back and forth chatter on the internet. I think you might have put this in the notes. But this Mercedes Moné thing going on out in Malaysia
Mhm.
with the belt. Um, it's just weird how things get twisted. I guess
Mhm.
the idea was they were going to fly her out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they were going to fly her back out there to drop the belt to North Phoenix Diana, and then they couldn't
Yep.
afford to because they run on a loss. And my understanding is they tried to have her drop the belt at a different promotion that would be easier to get her to somewhere else, and then I guess that promotion poo-pooed the idea.
Yeah, the way I kind of read it was more or less the same thing. They were trying to get her back out to drop it to Nor. Just it couldn't work. I mean, I listen, I get it, man. Shit's expensive, and she's a big talent. She's not coming out there, coach. Um,
Mm.
and don't blame her. She's earned her spot. Um, this is something that I think, some of these indie promotions kind of have to think ahead a little bit when they're booking some of these bigger names. that you may run into these things. You got to kind of have some idea of how to work around it, or an out, so to speak, in a storyline if something like this happens. Um, I, Listen, it seemed fairly, from what I could see, fairly amicable on both sides. It seems like there's some mutual respect. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication. Um, I think Mercedes looks like she was willing to, um, not, she wasn't willing to come out for free or on her own dime, but she was willing to work with some of the, dropping into another promotion. And I just don't think the two promotions, APAC could find another promotion that was willing. Um, and who really loses out here is North Phoenix Diana. I mean, that, doesn't get to finish the story, doesn't get to beat Mercedes for the belt, to get the belt back. Um, so I mean, Mercedes, did the honorable thing, man. She packed it up and she sent it back. I'm vacating, and we couldn't come to terms, and I don't think she was being. It doesn't seem like she was being particularly difficult. It just they couldn't. Just doesn't seem like they could reach an agreement. That, I mean, shit happens, man.
Yeah, 100%. And listen, I am very sensitive to the idea that this was North Phoenix Diana's moment to get her win back. She has been on our
Absolutely.
radar for several months, and as
Hmm.
positioned as someone who, isn't from this country, that's gonna explode onto the scene soon. And that the match with Mercedes was one of the big moments. I think she was at the
Hmm.
combine or at Bailey's seminar or whatever it's killing me. Her Lodestone
Hmm.
seminar training, and so it seemed like North Phoenix Diana is someone about to catapult, and so I feel
And
terrible
this would
that
have
that yeah,
absolutely done that.
yeah, and other people have gotten their moment with Mercedes too. That's what's, there's other
Hmm.
folks who have had belts and then
Hmm.
she's been dropping them back, and
Hmm.
it's cool. I'm not we don't talk a whole lot of AEW on this show, but I can tell you for a fact, man, I am ready for. I don't even really like Mercedes Moné. I'm gonna tell you flat out, I don't think she's as good a worker as anybody says. But I am very much looking forward to Mercedes and Tekla. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bullshit you on that.
Yep, it's gonna be good. I mean, I think I like Mercedes. I think her in-ring work is good. Um, I think it's her character work that makes her stand out. People love to hate her, man. And when she decides to flip that switch, they love to love her. That at the end of the day, what more can you ask for? She puts on compelling matches. Technically they are what they are, um, but they're damn entertaining. And yeah, her and Thekla, whew, gonna blow the roof off.
I'm such a fan of Tekla, man. I am like on the Tekla train. I think she is the future, man. And well, she's AW World Champion, so I guess I can't call her the future, but she's gonna be a big part of the AEW story for a long time to come.
Hmm.
Um, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So this documentary is coming out. When is it being released? The Slowburn Shoot and Indie
Uh,
Wrestling Story.
I want to say it's the 13th, I believe. So it's coming up next
Yeah,
couple days. Cleveland Film Fest.
that's right. At Cleveland, sorry, I was doing something. I was clicking on it. Cleveland International Film Festival focuses on absolute intense wrestling. I know that I saw the preview, and then I know I
Hmm.
sent it to you. I don't think I've seen anything more than that trailer. Have you?
Nope, that's all I've seen. But I've seen the trailer a couple times. It's definitely gives me Beyond the Mat vibes, man. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a long time since we've had a good kind of behind the scenes doc, right? I didn't know. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know much about AIW. But man, they've been. John Thorne started 2005. I mean, 20 plus years, man. These guys have
Mm-hmm.
been around, and some of the names that have been through there: Gargano, Britt Baker, Kevin Owens. I mean, there's a lot of guys that cut their teeth in there. Um, so I'm excited, man. It looks gritty. It looks not super polished, which I am digging. I'm loving it.
Yeah, the
So
grittiness.
I can't wait. I can't wait to check this thing out.
Yeah, me either. I was tempted if I'd known about it in advance or more in advance. I might have planned a trip out there to Cleveland to go to that premiere because that's pretty cool. Um, Yeah, their current champion is Sam Holloway, who we both know very, very well.
Yeah, we do.
Um,
Love Sam Holloway.
so yeah, I mean that's and the tag champions, Derek Dillinger and Tyson Riggs, are like number 7 or number 6 this month in our top. They've been champions forever. Derek Dillinger is just, but he's been around. He's amazing. Him and Katie Arquette, the production.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the film. AIW is interesting, and it's a very good promotion. Like you said, it's got a lot of history. And I'm just,
Dude, they've hosted over 300 events in their lifespan. I mean,
mm-hmm,
that's freaking amazing. I mean, there's not a lot of places out there like that. That's, we're talking about, all these indies and you kind of downturn of the indies right now, or on a downswing, and then you got, but these are the places that are still out there, man, that are just stalwarts, right? I mean, dude, and it's again, this is us and everything that we know and talk and watch and follow, and here I am going, oh shit, I look like a schmuck. I never even heard, I don't even know anything about these guys. Um, like I said, they're an amazing story. I can't wait to start digging into them a little bit.
yes. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I know some.
Hmm.
I have, you know what I do every night. So, I've seen these guys, but like, I haven't been to a show. I know they're out in Michigan, which is where my kids are. And I know they got a show coming up that I think, um, my daughter called and she wants to take her boyfriend to a wrestling show. And I think she might take her boyfriend to this Absolute Intense show. I think it's like May 2nd.
Oh, nice,
Yeah. So maybe I'll get her to
nice.
send some pictures and
Legend.
tell us how it was. And
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Tell her we need a reporter with boots on the ground.
that's right. Trust me, she'll have opinions. Anytime I see someone with a new championship belt, I immediately send it to Lauren. There was one that was like a cruiserweight championship recently that I sent her with a pink strap, and she was just
Oh.
furious about that shit. Like she didn't want anything to do with a pink strap on a cruiserweight title belt. She had all sorts of opinions.
Oh, I love this girl. I love you, Lauren. I
He is
tell
the
you.
best. What else have we got? I got a bunch of notes because, like I said, we haven't done anything. We haven't done a show for 3 weeks where we talked about stuff, and so
Yeah,
we're not
yeah,
going to watch anything this
yeah,
week. I got a
man.
bunch of stuff to talk about.
We're just kind of rolling through, kind of catching everybody up, man, catching ourselves up.
Hmm. So as we spoke about the OVW incident with referee Dallas Edwards, and
Hmm.
man, I went back and watched that. I was showing my ex-wife that video because she runs Rescue Squad and she knows, all, whatever.
Hmm.
And she was a nurse, so she did all the medical stuff. And
Right.
when when the one guy picked up Dallas by the scruff of the neck and tossed him to the side, she went fucking ape shit. She was
Mm.
so mad.
Yeah,
Uh,
you and I think that's the point. You and I kind of were like, ugh,
yeah, it's not a good look.
that's mm,
And especially like you sent me the thing a couple nights later. A couple nights later, you have that situation at TNA Sacrifice.
yeah, yeah,
Macklin gets kicked in the head,
yeah. That was,
clearly goes down and is knocked out.
and but that's how you do it. I mean, they jumped right in. It was done. It
Immediate
was,
X.
hey, we got to go. No, no, no. Now, granted, that was a talent. Not that the refs aren't talent, but you know what I mean. The working talent. Well, working. I'm going to mess up
You're gonna get there,
the way
John.
we
You're gonna.
say it, right? Um, but being one of the wrestlers, one of the combatants, um, I obviously think had a part in it, but everybody in that ring has got to be accounted for, and their health has to be watched, right? I mean, if something happens, there needs to be somebody to respond. Um, and you and I kind of thought it was a little bit off with the comments for a MOVW where it was like, well, the the ref is usually the one that is watching out for that, and this time it was the ref, so there was nobody to watch. Well, if it's in ring and it's the ref, he's still an in ring talent. He just may be doing a different set of things, his responsibilities, but somebody has got to be able to jump in from ringside or something. Yeah, it's just it's still, man. I've gone back and watched it a couple times again, and I think 3 times is what I've seen it, and I don't want to see it anymore. It's disturbing to watch. It's rough. Um, and I get heat of the moment. The performers didn't really seem to know what was going on, or that it was serious. Um, but at some point, you just kind of feel like, well, something doesn't seem right, right? Something doesn't seem right. Say something. I don't
Right.
know.
The moment you
Again, another.
to me, the moment you grab the guy by the scruff, you're acknowledging that the storyline of him taking the bump and being out for a second has gone off the rails. At that point, I would think you would be alerted. Like, he was supposed to take a bump and then roll over to the side and cover his eyes until his spot came back. He didn't do that. Like,
Right,
hello.
right,
My dad, the
right.
cop, your favorite guy, my dad, the cop, has a famous saying of something like this. Don't look behind your back. He's not coming.
Whew. Okay.
But my dad used to always say, very condescendingly, this is what we call in police work a clue. Like,
Right.
I mean, like,
Right.
I
And
mean,
you and I think both made comment after that too, that the amount of moves that kind of went on around his prone body as he's having the seizure. It like I said, it's really hard to watch, man. Um, and then you see something like you said, a couple days later, well, a week or so later, you have the TNA spot that goes wrong. Macklin gets kind of that super kick that he took, unfortunately took flush. And we know that. I mean, that's a
mhm.
legitimately tough dude. Um, it, it's immediate. I mean that, and it wasn't just the ref calling it, right? I mean, there was producers were down, ringside talent was down. It looked like EMTs jumped in. Uh, it's just you can't say enough good things at that one as many bad things as you say about OVW. TNA got it right.
They did 100%. But then after this, just shortly after that, I think the week following is when we see the post from OVW announcing new safety protocols, which you and I said was coming. I mean, it had to
Yep.
happen. They had to do this.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, if nothing else, I mean that you're in spin control at that point, right? It's you have to respond,
Yes.
and you have to respond big. And listen, I've read through it. I think they're making a genuine effort. I really do. Um, it's one of those things, man. It's you kind of hope they never need to implement this, right? But now
Right.
that it's implemented, now you hope that you never need it, but you want it to be there. You've proven the need that it needs to be there. Listen, safer working environment for everybody is just it's just better, man. This will pay dividends to them. Now, whether the fans in the internet community accept it as enough, we'll see. Again, personally, I think they are doing a good. They've got a good plan. Um, I just hope I don't have to see them move on that plan. I
Right.
just
No.
hope it's enough for me to know that it's there, should they ever need it.
Right. Well, there's on top of that though, there's some, I mean, look, listen, I don't want to be cynical, but if I was a
Hmm.
business trying to spin this back in the right direction, forget what actually happened. But if I was a business trying to spin this and save my business, this is exactly what I would probably do. But
Hmm.
it seems pretty transparent, but I don't know they have a choice but to be transparent here. And what I'm talking
Oh,
about,
absolutely not.
yeah, I was gonna say what I'm talking about is partnering with the Epilepsy Foundation of Kentuckiana. They're going to host an April seizure first aid certification program. Then they've partnered
Mhm.
with Chris Nowinski on concussion safety and CTE prevention. They're going to have additional ringside medical staff through a partnership with Norton Healthcare. All sponsors you hear. In addition to referees and ring announcers being equipped with in-ear monitoring devices, and our ringside camera crew having production headsets. The timekeeper will now have a headset for faster communication, which allows for immediate decisions to stop a match and check on the talent. like I said, man, if you want a press release that looks exactly right to save your business and make it look like you're doing all the right things, this is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Now we just have to wait and see the follow through.
Yeah. Again, like you said, you hope they don't have to follow through. It's
Mm-hmm.
always good for people to be trained in things like that.
Yep.
So, maybe training the staff and everybody else on it is one thing, but I think that's why you have medical professionals at ringside. Like that's where I don't know. I don't know. Like, look, I'm not gonna shit on these guys for implementing safety protocols and trying to revise a situation where a gap existed that they didn't realize and they filled it. So you got to give them credit for that for sure.
Yep. Listen, they responded quickly. Nothing was excuse me, nothing was drug out. Um, and they, like I said, I'm with you, man. They responded appropriately, and now we'll see. We'll see if the wrestling community accepts it or not.
Right.
Right? I mean, ultimately, that's what's gonna tell, right? Does the talent feel that they're safe there, and does us as the wrestling community, do we feel that OVW is protecting their wrestlers?
Right. Yes. That's the most important thing. And that's actually a good segue into a wrestler who spent over 20 years not protecting himself from the most extreme shit
Mm-mm.
on the planet. But Neil Diamond Cutter calls it a career after a match with Jun Kasai in Japan. And just the photo, I think we've all seen the one photo that was posted of Neil from the match. Like, if that's not the perfect photo of 25 years of deathmatch wrestling coming to an end, it's like, look at me. Like, this is deathmatch. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, that
He
guy
he
has
is he
taken,
is one of the poster boys.
he is.
Absolutely.
And he's taken every weapon that you described earlier. Neil Diamond Cutter's taken it and given it
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
more. So, I was lucky enough to see him once in New Jersey. I want to say it was at H2O, but I'm not positive about that. Yeah, great. Because, oh, yeah, he was the H2O high extreme champion or deathmatch champion or something. Um, but yeah, no, that's really cool. And I would like to sit and I wonder if we can watch that match, do a watch along and watch
I
that
don't
Neil
know.
Diamond Cutter match.
That'd be a good one.
It would. It would. Um, couple other matches that are coming up that are going to be really, really cool that I'm still blown away by this. Like I never expected Create Pro Wrestling to pull out the big guns the way they are for this show on May 1st. They have announced MJF versus Nick Nemeth, and then they followed it up with Gabby Forza versus Kris Statlander. Dude,
Dude, Brian Myers is calling in all his chips, isn't he? Holy
yeah.
shit.
That is
Dude,
a
that is ridiculous. I mean that dude, MJF, Nick Nemeth, dude, that you can't tell me that's not a WrestleMania worthy match. Those two guys will tear the house fucking down.
yes.
Absolutely. Eh, I, I I am just blown away by um specifically MJF, but Nick's been doing it too. Um, these guys dragging the spotlight down to the indies
Mm-hmm.
and shining this light on the indies is so cool.
Yes.
Um, and you're gonna put these two together in a ring, in an indie ring.
Yes.
Amazing. And
Oh,
then, like you said, listen, we know Statlander status. I mean, she's up there. This just feels like, all right, Gabby time, right?
yep.
Doesn't it feel like Gabby getting
It
ready to
does.
introduce to the masses? So watch out, world, because you're getting ready to find somebody here that's going to be your new favorite.
Oh,
Gabby Forza. Oof.
dude, the Nomi, man. My homie. That's my homie, the Nomi, man. And you cannot get a more unique look. She is
Nope.
probably the strongest person on the independent. I mean, maybe in wrestling today. she's lifting. I
Yep.
mean, I think she was with Bear Bronson, right? Like she's lifting guys like Bear
Yep. Yeah,
Bronson
and
like it's
they're
nothing.
together.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah,
and
she is she is a an absolute physical freak,
yeah,
in the best kind of way. She doesn't look like anything you've ever seen. She does things you've never seen. Um, I dude, and her and Kris Statlander, and another one, man, it's gonna tear the roof off.
yeah. I'll tell you this: if you told me I was going to take a Monty Brown style pounce from Gabby Forza, I would be on the opposite coast by morning. Like they're like, no, I
Yeah.
would not want to take that. She's just a hunk of granite, dude. Like she is.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm so like you said, she's so unique too. The look and all the other. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm surprised it's taken this long. But we were just talking about I'm not John Wayne Murdoch, Neil Diamond Cutter in ICW in Japan.
Hmm.
Well, Gabby Forza was on that show. She was out there doing death matches in Japan. So Gabby Forza will do. I mean, that's a wrestler, and
Yep.
I'm here for it, man. I love it. I hope.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody better. I mean, dude, the list is long of people we really like. Gabby's at the top of that list. Dude, kudos. I really just feel like this is getting ready to be her coming out time, and I can't wait till the masses get to experience Gabby.
Yeah, absolutely. She was on a House of Glory show a couple of months ago. I mean, it's like some new places, some new things, and this is a huge deal. This match with Statlander is gonna, like you said, man, it's really, and I hope, honestly, I think Gabby fits better in AEW to start.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So let's get her in here. Let's get her a shit. Hey, MJF, like you said, MJF did announce a contract signing at the first show he did on the Indies. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that
Nope.
Chris Statlander does it.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And dude, if that kind of becomes a new neat little thing,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I'm down. I
Yeah,
am absolutely down. It is so cool,
I
right?
agree.
And it, like I said, AEW. I hate, yeah, like I said, man, I hate. I said it a couple weeks ago. I'm saying it again. Starting to win me over, right? They're doing some things that I'm really, really, really starting to like,
Oh
Bob.
yeah, I'm into AEW now, man. 100%. They've really turned the ship around. I thought things were
Hmm.
going south for the longest time. I wasn't impressed. Their fans were insufferable forever. And now it's like a refreshing product, and they're putting things together, and they're
Yes,
building a base, and they've got some young talent.
dude. For the big shows, when was the last time you were excited for a Monday Night Raw? Uh, 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 Anything WWE. I couldn't even the AEW up till a couple months ago. Dude, I couldn't have told you what nights they had switched to, what streaming services. Now WWE, I'm not there. I'm not, and I'm hoping stuff gets turned around because you and I love it. Listen, we love WWE, man.
Of course.
That's our blood. That's where we started. Um, I want it to
Weird.
get there, but it's not.
It's not. It's
It
not.
is not. And but you know what? AEW is, and I am here for it.
Yeah.
So
I
if we're gonna do cool stuff like this with the indies, that make that dude, that's cherry on top stuff, man.
agreed.
That is understanding where your base starts, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it is.
And that's what's forgotten at the other big one, I think. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, so dude, all it does is make your fans more rabid. It brings more young ones in. Um, I think they figured something out,
Yeah.
and phew, I can't wait to see Gabby. I really hope that's where she's ending up.
I am ready for that. I want to check something real quick while we're sitting here about this because is it available to stream? Is anybody streaming it anywhere? Ba, 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 ba. Here we go. Let's see. Create a pro. Meet and greet. It does not look like it.
Mm.
Looks like you're gonna have to be there.
Be there, be square.
Man, it's Friday, May 1st, and I'm gonna plug it. I don't even care. All Sports Melville in Melville, New York. Friday, May 1, 6 o'clock meet and greet, 7:30 bell time. Nick Nemeth and MJF, then Gabby Forza and Kris Statlander. Holy shit.
It didn't even sound right to say.
No, it's
That's
crazy.
just crazy. Sounds like I'm making something up on my wrestling game on my 360, right? Yeah, I know. I understand. I just dated myself, people.
Oh my god. Oh man. Shit, what's that? Where did I just see somebody had one of those games? The what was the WWF game we all used to play, the WWF Jam, or the on the arcade?
Oh man, I know what you're talking
They'd
about.
pick them up and throw them. Anyway. But yeah, we've been playing since those days, man. And it's crazy what wrestling games are these days. Oh,
Closest
man.
I'm going to get to a wrestling ring, Bob.
That's right. That's right. What was I gonna? Oh, give me my flowers, bro. Give me my flowers, because said last week on this show that I was calling a match. I was calling it in advance. I wasn't gonna say what
You
it was
did.
because I didn't want people to fucking think I'm spoiling things or whatever else. Kristen
Yes,
Blaze
Bob.
defeats
Bob
Nikki
called the new
Blackheart.
CCW Women's Champ. Yes,
I
he
did.
did. He
I,
did.
I have
I hate.
verifiable proof.
Listen, I don't. You people can't see this, but Bob can. This, I know you can't see it either, Bob. It literally says, "Give Bob props." Bob called it, "Give props." This guy,
Listen,
insufferable.
listen, and you guys have no freaking idea. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, last night I'm sending him the NWA clip of Livia challenging Natalia Markova in like her second match for the NWA for the world title. And I'm like, I feel like someone mentioned Livia. I feel like Livia was at the top of someone's spreadsheet. I feel like, and John's like, will you shut the fuck up? I don't know, man.
Yeah. He called it, people. I'll give him his props. And then he even had to rub it in by letting me, making sure I knew that Bill Alfonso was on the damn announce team. So
I tried to watch the show.
yeah.
I tried to watch the show, and as soon as it starts, there's Bill Alfonso's face on commentary, and I went,
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I watched the match. Right, the match was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Fonzie didn't kill me, man. He
No.
did all right.
Oh, you did? You also?
Yeah, I without the whistle, maybe I can take him.
Oh my God. Yeah, I look, I tried to watch Bash at the Brew as well. That was, by the way, let me just tell you something. Bash at the Brew, Gangrel versus Madman Fulton. It was fucking wild. You see it?
No, I didn't see it, but I can imagine.
Wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
And on the same show, well, so I don't know. Did we talk about?
Remind me if I'm wrong. Gangrel won that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think it turned into a schmoz at the end. And Gangrel's been CCW champion for like 9 months, but it was a schmoz at the end.
Okay, all right. I might have caught a little bit of. I was just kind of like I said, I was just kind of fast forwarding through. I just was trying to make sure I saw, caught the, the Kristen Blaze, Nikki Blackheart, which did not disappoint. Great send off, man. I was real happy with CCW to give her her flowers at the end, let her talk a little bit, thank the fans. But we know what's getting ready to come.
Yeah, there's no look.
Ooh, super fucking stardom. That's what's coming for her.
No doubt. Listen, and I clearly will never be a good wrestling heel because I can't just lie about what happened. Like, let's look. Did I call that match? I did, but I mean, she's going to be on TV in 5 minutes. We already all knew that. Like it was like if it wasn't that night, it was going to be another night. Like it wasn't like some big prediction. Like it just
right.
It had to happen at some point. But
listen, man, Kristen Blaze. Listen, I can see a long run with her. She looks like $1 million, dude. And that that tornado DDT into a split leg moonsault finish, dude. It was so slick and so quick.
Good. Yes.
dude. The story they told was awesome. Um, yeah, it was just it was great. It was great. Listen, Nikki, great champ. We know this is one of those, you take the L for the bigger deal, right? We know what this is, and we're here for it. We love it. And Nikki did the honors. Kristen looks great. And you know what? Kristen bowed out. She didn't do the whole champ. I'm here. That you give Nikki your spot, man. Um, like I
I
said,
love
it was
that.
just it was so well done. It was so well done, dude. Um, I love it. And dude, that venue.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
that
nice.
was so fucking cool, right? Like you'd get certain shots, and there's traffic driving by in the background, and kind of the open air going
Right.
on, and it was just, dude, it was amazing. It
It
really
was.
was. CCW's got some good shit going on, man.
They do. I've always been a big fan of CCW. They run shows in Florida and in Tennessee, various venues. They run 4, 6 times a month, so they're always around. I love it, man. And we're talking about last year.
Hmm.
You and I covered quite a bit of the breakup of Monster Mosh, Ozzy Killmeister, and Skits,
Hmm.
and then they just reunited a few weeks ago and won the tag titles like that.
What?
All this shit. All this shit with
Uh,
agony and the fucking second rope tombstone pile drivers, the all the blood feuds, and these guys show up and they win the tag titles. I I was like, I mean, I'm here for it. Obviously, those guys are great together. But then they dropped the damn belts right back on last Saturday night. Back to the King's Court and Eddie Valentine, your guy.
oh, love Eddie Valentine, the
Surprise,
king, baby.
surprise. Yeah, I like those guys, man. And I am happy to see Monster Mosh back together. I'm curious where they go from here. Maybe they get the belts back and they trade them a little bit, you know?
I wouldn't hate it.
Mm-mm. What else we got here, man? I did put a lot of stuff on this week. Did Jeez, a flip. Um, I wasn't sure what to make of this post, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. I think I sent you or AJ Khaled is talking about AJ Cazana of the Country Gentlemen made a post where he was talking about training DJ Khaled to wrestle.
Dude, I couldn't find much on it, right? What I'm wondering is, do you remember watching Super Bowl? Do you remember the commercial with DJ Khaled in it?
No, I didn't watch.
Okay, so you know me, I love the commercials, man. I'm there for the commercials. So DJ Khaled's in a commercial for, I believe it's the weight loss drug Wegovy,
Hmm.
right? And he's in a wrestling ring. He's talking about the product and whatever. I don't remember anything other than it was a wrestling ring, and I'm like I'm down,
Right.
right? And he's got a guy in a camel clutch, and he's talking about whatever. I'm just wondering if, we haven't, worked ourselves into an angle here where it's like, oh, you want to get in a wrestling ring? I
Oh
don't know.
yeah.
So,
Oh, I'm here for that.
but
That's what I thought it
hey,
was.
listen, listen, if Jelly Roll can get in there, DJ Khaled can get in there. Khaled is a big boy.
Yep.
So, if he gets in there and starts slapping some people around, if he gets trained a little bit, who knows?
No.
We're in the golden age of celebrities wrestling, man. We really are.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Compared to, the old Pete Rose days, right? The old Refrigerator Perry days. These
Summerfest.
guys are getting in there. These guys are just doing some crazy stuff, man, and it's fun. It's making a lot of it is making sense, right? Um, you know, I'm down, man. If he wants to get in there and he's willing to put in the work, I'm down to watch it.
It's funny to me because I didn't know about the commercial, and now it kind of makes more
Hmm.
sense. That's where he's getting
Right?
that from. Um, and I love that AJ Kazana is jumping on it, trying to be like, "Hey, let's turn this into something, bro. Let's turn this into cash." So I'm here for that too, man. But I'm with you. The main takeaway for me is DJ Khaled in a wrestling ring. Let's just make it happen. Oh my God. What else is on our sheet this week? Mortar. I was surprised by this, but I guess I don't know. Mortar had been carrying the Chaotic Wrestling Championship and the Rad Pro Championship for pretty much all of
Mhm.
2025. And then he announced they dropped both the belts, one in January and then the one March 7th Rad Pro to Darvaza. And then he announced that he's taken a little break from wrestling. And it seems like we're getting a lot of that in the last 6 months or so, guys taking a mental health break, saying they're recouping. Maybe it's physical, it could be whatever. But um, I think we're going to end up saying the same things here that we do every other time. But if Mortar is truly looking for a break to recharge and replenish and come back, I can't wait to have him back. If not, if he's retiring, well, that would suck for us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything more than you do on it. Um, just from the tone of what I was reading, it really sounds more like, this is coming on the heels of a hellacious run for him. I mean, he's been extremely busy. Um, and I think guys now are more apt to take the time to kind of recharge after these lengthy runs. Um, I'm with you. I'm really hoping that this is what Mortar is doing, is just taking some time to mentally refocus, physically recoup. Um, because man, this guy's gonna be missed in that big meaty man weight category for sure.
Yeah, that I'm a big fan of his work, and like I said, that's really all that needs to be said. Mortar, we're big fans here, and we wish you the best. What else? Oh, I wanted to follow up on this because we did an interview with Third Shift a couple of months ago, Adam Carter and Flux, and they were talking about wrestling in DC or something. And I saw this post from Andrew Gordon, Ref Gordo, that he has been negotiating and working and having hearings, and there is wrestling returning to DC, Capital City Pro Wrestling. Not too shabby, huh?
Awesome.
I'm down for some wrestling in DC.
You and me both. I will say that, I poking around, man, I couldn't find anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can get another local promotion, man, we can get some DC spots. I'd be excited, man. It's been a long time since I've seen a show in DC. I think the last time I went to a DC show was you and I. We went to New Japan.
Oh wow, yeah, that was a little while ago too.
So that's been a while since I've seen a show in DC. Hey man, we got this big city right here. Let's enjoy it a little bit.
Right. Absolutely. I'm looking forward. I wish them all the luck in the world, and I hope that is honestly, I hope that Third Shift is actually coming down and they're going to appear at that promotion if that's a thing. Maybe I'm wrong. I might, that was a conversation from a couple months ago, but 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 I hope that would, because I mean that's just another incentive for us to get up there and check out that product.
Absolutely.
At the same time as Capital City Pro Wrestling, it looks to be starting off. I'm not sure what's going on at Atomic Legacy Wrestling. Those are my guys down there, man. I like those guys. Ryzen, my guy Promo Pete. I've talked to those guys before. I like their product, and I wasn't sure. Did you see this post from Alex Red talking about shutting down or calling it the final chapter?
I did, and it looks like they're going to run through. What does it look like? February of 27.
Mm-hmm.
I know they just had their 9-year anniversary, so they're going to run through their 10-year anniversary. Alex in his post had said that want to make it the biggest. These are going to be the biggest shows we've done. He's sounds like he's ready to kind of see what he's going to do with the next step in his life. But I will say in that post, it seemed like he left the door cracked a little
Mm-hmm.
for some possible future shows. Now, whether that's, you know, maybe Alex moves on and somebody else kind of takes over, maybe they rebrand, maybe who knows. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, Atomic Legacy Wrestling, they've put on some good shows for a lot of years, man. I hate to see him go, but I mean, if the guy, is ready and, um, ready to kind of take his next steps into his next chapter, who are we to say anything?
Right. Yeah, and I'm not don't quote me on this. I'm not positive, but I don't think Alex Red is the only. I don't think he's the only one with his hands in the ownership mix there. So that could be
Mm-hmm.
another thing. Like maybe they're trying to figure it out.
Right.
You know, Alex is saying, "Okay, you guys got a year to figure it out. I'm going to go on my retirement tour," which also
Right.
here's the ADD kicking in a little bit, but the retirement tours, that's a new thing. That hasn't there's been a lot of retirement tours lately. And it seems like everybody wants to take their final bow after John Cena, or you know what I mean? Like it just feels like in the last year there's been so many final tours. I'm here for it. I love this idea of guys getting there like, just sort of walking the last few steps home. So that's kind of cool. And ALW, man, those cards are just stacked. They have like these monster cards that are just full of talent. Uh, Izzy Moreno's their women's champion. America's Most Wanted, John, are their tag champions right now. James Storm and Chris Harris.
Love it.
I mean, like,
Love it.
it's awesome.
Criminally underrated all time. They are. They were so good for so long and just lost in the shuffle and kind of being on the smaller show. But man, those guys could fucking go.
Yeah. Their last show in January, I got it pulled up here. You have some names you might know here. The women's championship was decided in a fatal four-way. Izzy Moreno defeated Angelina Love, Leva Bates, and Renee Michelle. That's one match. Ryzen defended the world title against Austin Aries.
Love us some Austin Aries.
Elijah Burke, the Pope, was there.
What?
Defeated Jason Dugan. And what else did I see here? Casey Lennox and Teal Piper defeated Gina Sequa and Rachel Lay in a tag match. Like that's a stat. Like that's matches on matches
That's a
on
big
talent,
card, man.
right?
Nice.
The people of South Florida should be hoping that ALW continues on because I've been trying to get down there to see a show forever because it's like this whole event, man. I mean, you got to bring a lunch because it's all day wrestling. I'm gonna skip that one. I want to talk about three more things.
All right.
This new Texas Pro TX8 tournament and Funaki's boy taking home the trophy. Jesse Funaki. Have you seen any of Jesse?
I have not, man. I didn't. To be honest, I didn't even know Funaki's son was wrestling, man. So that is awesome.
Yeah. And listen, he's great. He's absolutely fantastic. And New Texas, let me tell you, New Texas is just putting out talent after talent after talent. You and I have talked about Carter Black for months. Vert Vixen's been their champion, their women's champion for a long time. She just dropped that belt to Charity King.
Mm-hmm.
And we could talk about this, a little bit of this right now, but I'm starting to compile this list. You and I did a show a couple weeks ago where I was talking, the Corinne Joy, the WWR Plus tournament, and we were talking about Corinne Joy being a Matrix, seeming like a lock already for the Matrix Award because she's just exploded and now she's all over the place.
Right.
And the following week, I mentioned to you two people, both from New Texas, who I think have real potential. Teamer the Great and LVJ. These guys are primed.
Dude,
so,
and LVJ looks great. But Teamer the Great, dude, that guy's got that. I mean, he is visually arresting, right? You see him, you just go, Jesus Christ, what am I looking at?
That's exactly what I said. Yes.
Dude, I can't wait to watch more of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just awesome. Just a freak. It's dumbfounding.
Right. I think LVJ's just popped up though. I mean, like just popped up.
Mm-hmm.
And I may be wrong about that, but like that was the thing that impressed me was I feel like that's why I remember. Could be. It feels like not only is he because he's physically imposing too, um, but I think because he's new, he's 24.
Mhm.
All right, so he started wrestling and basically started getting going in 24. Um, but yeah, now he's been appearing at Metroplex. Yeah, like he was bouncing around kind of Texas, but now he's making regular appearances at Metroplex and at New Texas. And I think that's going to really propel him. You know, I mean, if you get good under Athena's wing, that can't hurt, right?
Yep. Not at all.
There's a bunch of people, and I started making a little list, and I didn't really intend to sort of have a structured talk about this, but I kind of wanted to put them in a place so I could remember them later. But LVJ and Teamer the Great are several of the names that I have sort of started to pinpoint for this Matrix Award this year. And another one
Hmm.
is we talked about a couple weeks ago at Elevate Pro Wrestling Crown that women's champion. That was wild. I think I just had a technical issue. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You drop.
Wow, that was just all of a sudden. It says it's still recording, so good. But have you gotten a chance to see Nikki Wild?
I have not. No.
She's
I've looked her up. I've looked at some matches. But no, I haven't got to watch any.
yeah. I just I get a sense. Oh, maybe the camera shorted out because now it's not coming back on.
There you are.
Okay. But yeah, I got a chance to watch one of her Elevate matches, and there's just she's got a presence. Um, I don't know. I don't know exactly how to put it the right way. And we've said this about a bunch of talent before. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, she's got a presence. Like I think she's gonna do well on social media. She seems like she's got some good chops in the ring. She can really go. Like I saw her do a. I did the women's actually if you, the video I did this week, the women's or last week, the women's power rankings.
Uh-huh.
At the very beginning, if you go watch it, the intro, she's not ranked this month, but if you go watch it, she is the intro part of it, and she's whipped into the ropes and goes into the Hurricane Rana, but instead of whipping the Rana around and throwing her down to the ground, she turns it into like that AJ Lee spider tarantula thing.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, she can go, man. I think Nikki Wild is Nikki Wild is going to take off a lot more quickly, I think, than some of these others if she keeps at it. Um, two others I just want to put in your ear. Bobby Thunder. I was watching New South, and I think I messaged you during it because Corinne Joy was at this New South show too, right after we had just
Uh-huh.
seen her in Massachusetts or whatever for that tournament. But on that same show, I was introduced to a talent, Bobby Thunder, and I think she is fantastic. She's a little, I mean, I don't want to say green, but I mean, she is a little bit further. She's not as far along in the process yet.
Right. She's
But
got a great look, though. Like I said, I've looked her up. I looked all these guys up. Yeah, she's got a pretty fleshed out character. So yeah, if she can get the wrestling, the in ring down, um, yeah, she's going to be pretty cool.
yeah, I agree. It's just something about, yeah, there's the look, the presentation. Again, I sometimes have a hard time putting into words because it's like intangible. But when you see them, you almost sort of just know, or you can, I like when I used to say this shit to you a year ago. Oh, and I was saying failing to start the video camera. Um, we started doing this a year ago, you would shake your head and laugh at me about this shit. About oh well, you can just tell this and you can just tell that. A year later, am I
Right.
wrong?
No,
Yeah, you
and
can
I
see
hate to
it.
say that.
And the other one I'm just going to mention her very quickly is Naomi King. Naomi King is someone who is appearing out on the West Coast and drawing a lot of comparisons to Amira, which I think are unfair because they're physically they look physically similar, but the styles in the ring are not the same. But Naomi King is just she's one of those ones that just appeared out of nowhere for me, and she's rising up the ranks to the point where I saw a promo where Amira was like talking shit about Naomi King, saying, "People think you look like me, but I don't see it." Like, it's already being noticed. It's already being talked about. It's already being done. So, I get off on my tangents. But I've gotten to see some really cool people this year already, and I'm really
Nice.
really interested in seeing where this goes. Oh, I did just see. I was trying to complete my rankings, and Black Label Pro doesn't run that often, so I decided to watch the Black Label Pro show that was at the Square Circle Expo a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something, man. I know I put it in the notes, but I'm gonna just say it one more time. If you haven't watched it, the Kevin Koo Taka Michinoku match is fucking awesome. My guy Taka, I mean, still just doing the things. Looked fantastic. But then he has a car accident like a few days later. A bad one.
That's what I saw. I don't know, man. It was a pretty good. You're obviously a pretty good judge of the accidents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've seen some pictures. It definitely was a good collision. Taka says his post is let you know that yeah, he was airbags went off. He got a pretty good shot to the face. He was bloodied up a little bit. Got a concussion. Ambulance came. I guess they checked him out. But then this guy he goes and he wrestles the next night. Right. And in his post, his only worry seems to be, what am I supposed to do to get around to my gigs now? So, you know, Taka's a tough man.
Yeah, no, Taka is a tough man. But listen, I think I'm drawing the line on this one because you say Taka Michinoku got in an accident, suffered a concussion, and decided to wrestle the next day. And all I hear is Chris Candido.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know that was a blood clot, but concussions are the same. You don't fuck around with a concussion.
Nope.
So
Nope.
if he,
You know,
unless that's a work, then
I don't know. I mean, he made mention of, yeah, if I land on the same spot, my life is in my hands. And you know what? If he's got a concussion, you're absolutely right, man. The older, advancements and everything being what they are, we know how bad these things can be.
mm-hmm.
Um, I don't wish brain injury on anybody, man.
No.
Um, it's something, unfortunately, the older we get, the more we're going to see it because the guys that came up that we loved, that we watched, um, are going to begin to show these signs, right? And that's any of the contact sports that we grew up loving. Actors, football players, actors that have banged their heads, football players, obviously, wrestlers that, God, dude, the Attitude Era, the shots to the head.
Oh.
Um, it's hard to go back and it's hard to remember it, let alone go back and watch it. Um, it just I just hope that he takes care of himself. Is my long way of getting to that. Just take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like I said, I don't take those things lightly. As a personal injury attorney, let me just tell you the amount of seminars I've taken on all of the effects of concussions that people do not realize. I mean, they are associating them with higher risks of Parkinson's. They're associating them with higher risks. I mean, it's just, it's the long-term effects. We still don't know all of them, so I'm just very tentative about that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's Taka's life and Taka's health, so I'm not going to sit here and judge him for it. But that talk caught me as weird, man. Definitely caught me as weird.
Yeah. Yep.
I had one more note for today, and I gotta get to it because Danny DeManto responded to me this morning. Focus Pro, man. I thought you guys were doing, I thought you guys were bringing in Jimmy Jacobs, and we were doing some things. But Brian's getting some wins. And now it feels like you want to kill Brian Bayside again, and this time with Danny DeManto, who is a fucking violent motherfucker.
Listen, I don't know what is going on with my buddy Brian, man. My note literally says, "What in God's green earth has Bayside done to management and Focus Pro to warrant this kind of literal murderer's row of matches?" I mean, come on, man. We know the kind of levels of violence and punishment Demanto will take and will tenfold dish it back out. Um, Man, it's crazy when you look at this run that Brian's been on since mid last year. I mean, I'm going through, and not all these guys are deathmatch guys, but it is a crazy run for Brian to be on, right? You got Nick Gage, you got Joey Janela, you had Stan Styles, you had Little Guido. The Jimmy Jacobs match wasn't easy. He just wrestled Zicky Dice. I
That's
mean,
right.
and now you're putting him in with Demanto. I mean, Brian's on the world tour, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's done, but man,
It seems like he's on the bucket list tour. Like
Brian,
at some point, he's gonna get fucking taken out.
I'm telling you, I'm worried for this. We're talking about Taka's health. I'm worried about Brian's health.
Look, let me just say this. The only thing keeping Brian Bayside from a gusset to the belly or a gusset to the face is Focus Pro management and what they're going to allow it to show. Because Danny DeManto's got it ready. Danny DeManto's going to hit you with the gusset. He might put him in the belly and the head. So I commented on the match announcement. Danny DeManto, get ready to rub the belly. And I woke up this morning to a response from Danny DeManto that just said 0%.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, Brian, good luck, buddy.
Brian might get a cheese grater to the belly is what he might get.
Oh, God, you're right.
Oof.
Some skewers in the head.
Oh, dude. Brian, I love you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yes, I hear you. Well, all right. So let's do our control center and here's some promos. What do you think?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
I got 3 shows. I think they're all happening on Saturday. Where are we? Yes, sir. Where are my from my promos? There we go. Okay. So we got 3 shows on Saturday, John. Some pretty cool promos tonight. We're gonna start off with a show that is just stacked. When I say stacked, I mean stacked. Constant Pro Wrestling. They're having a show called The Renaissance at the First Presbyterian Church of Avenel in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Bell time is 6:30 on Saturday. Constant returns to Avenel for their second event at the First Presbyterian Church, and this time the stakes are even higher. They're going to have a championship match in the main event. The People's Energy, Kwesi Asante, is going to face Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone, for the Constant Championship in a heated rematch from the final moments of their last event, All Pieces Matter. Then we're going to have a fatal 4-way to determine the next challenger for whoever wins the championship. Malik Delvante versus Corey Dillinger versus Drake Chambers versus Griffin McCoy. What's up? I know you're a Griffin McCoy guy.
McCoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear. Oh, shoot. You know what, John? I think maybe I'll share my screen with you and do all the shit that I'm supposed to do first. Here we go.
All right.
All right. Now we're shared. I'm going to go to. Where is my promo? Oh, it's right at the damn top. Jeez, a flip, man. I can scroll up. Let's hear from Corey Dillinger about this fatal 4-way #1 contender match.
For everyone that missed out what happened at Constant Pro Wrestling Presents All Pieces Matter, missed the debut of the Diligent One, Corey Dillinger. Not only that, you missed the banger that I had with the definition of Debonair, Malik Delvante. And you missed the fact that we set the standard for constant pro wrestling. And because of the work of art that I put out there, I earned a shot to become the #1 contender for the Constant Pro Wrestling Championship. But instead of having one person in my way, I have 3. And that's Malik Delvante, Drake Chambers, and Griffin McCoy. Now, all 3 showed out at the last show. So I guess they all earned their spot. But I earned my spot more than anybody else. And I know all you guys are going to be coming from my neck, and I don't see anything less. Because this is a dog-eat-dog world. And I'm the dog that's going to run this place. I'm D1 since day one for a reason. At the last show, I showed that I was the only piece that mattered. And on April 11th, I'm going to be the renaissance that everyone needs to watch. So when it's all said and done, my hand's going to be raised. And I'm going to be your new #1 contender. Because what I do is main character work. And all y'all need to know that diligence is key. And I'm holding. You ready, boys?
My man's ready.
That was intense, dude.
Wasn't it? And that music made it more intense, didn't it? It was.
Yeah, that was perfect. Perfectly synced, man. I liked it.
And I honestly, as a fan, I like seeing those little highlights. Like if I've never seen Constant Pro Wrestling, seeing him do that that promo and then having the highlights of what he's talking about interspersed is really helpful. What else have we got on this card? So we've talked about 2 matches. Constant Pro Wrestling delivers high-energy, hard-hitting professional wrestling in an intimate setting where every moment matters. This is where momentum shifts. This is where rivalries grow. This is the Renaissance. Saturday, the 11th, tinyurl.com/constant, CONSTANT 411 for ticket information. All ages are welcome. What else do we got on this show? I got so much more here. They're going to have the Wrestling and Recovery Showcase, and this is going to be a 3-way tag match. TJ Blade and Algo Nelly versus Mr. Miller and Victor Atlas versus the Do or Die Posse, Robbie Roller and KTB. Jordan Oliver versus Junie Underwood. How about that one, John?
And that's a little blast from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, seriously, dear. I know, right? Pat Dynamite is going to be there taking on, Charles Mason.
Oh, I've heard of that guy.
Somewhere. Oh, my gosh. Then we've got the undefeated Ron Voyage is going to be taking on NY Drip Matt Vertigo. Let's hear from him now.
I've been having visions all year long about my upward trajectory in constant pro wrestling, going from the bottom all the way to the top, being the guy. It sounds sweet, and it would be a lot sweeter if bozos like Ron Voyage would just mind their own damn business and get out of my way. I'm the future of this business. You've been a bum your whole career. It's done. And on April 11th at the Renaissance, I'm going to show you exactly what that's all about. Because I am going to take that chocolate of yours, I'm going to bend it in half, I'm going to put it straight up your ass, and I'm going to beat you for the 1, 2, 3. But it ain't going to be that simple. Because you like making jokes. Everything's funny to you, bro. Messing with me is funny to you. So I'm gonna make sure to turn you into a joke. And the way that we do it in New York City, I'm gonna take that lifeless career that you got, I'm gonna take that body that I caught, I'm gonna drag it all the way back to New York City and dump it in the Hudson and watch you float away. Because that is what I do. Time is ball. Taking them out. Time.
I love the visual of him he's like an old man, he's still yelling as he's leaving. Like, that was so cool, man. God, he's like, God, this motherfucker, I swear to God, I'm going to get out of here and get my car. I'm going to kill this guy, man. She's making myself cough. The only thing I can't mess with in that video as a Pistons fan is that Knicks jacket. But other than that, man, I'm down. Okay, let's see. I think I got 2 more matches to talk about, John. We have the Breakthrough Showcase. BT Bull versus Sturdy Sal Mastretta versus Ace Christian versus Trey Philippe versus Ty Thomas versus Ryan O'Neal. That's a pretty damn stacked 6-way showcase.
That's 6 pretty good talents all in one spot. So that one. Whew.
Yes,
it's gonna be a crowded ring, my friend.
It will, man, with some pretty cool talent. Let's hear from Ty Thomas about his thoughts on this big match.
So Constant Pro Wrestling is looking for someone to break through, someone to break out, a stakes raiser, an ante-upper, someone to show up and show out, right? Look no further than the Gambler Constant. April 11th, the Gambler, truly terrific. Ty Thomas makes his debut at Constant Pro Wrestling. And you guys couldn't have handed me a situation that I love more. Most might not, but as a gambler, I live for high stakes, high reward. I live for a chance to play the odds. I live for a chance at a big potential payout. And on April 11th, Breakthrough 6-way showcase match, the payout couldn't be any bigger. Factoring all that in, I guess that means on April 11th, I'm walking in with most of the advantage. And if I have the advantage, that makes me the house. The Gambler's house, Constant Pro Wrestling. And in the Gambler's house, we play by one rule. The house busts out. Any player who walks through the doors has a seat at the table to play the Gambler's game. And on April 11th, BT Bull, Trey Felipe, Ace Christian, Sturdy Sal, Flying Ryan O'Neal, you 5 are the first 5 to claim those seats. You 5 are the first 5 to get busted out by the Gambler. April 11th, you 5 are the first 5 steps I take to the top of Constant Pro Wrestling.
Dude, he didn't take a breath. That was completely seamless. I loved that so much.
Dude, that guy's mic work is next level. That was just great.
Yeah. Ask me where Ty Thomas is in 2 years. Let's make a note here. Ask me where Ty Thomas is and if he's doing these promos on TNA or something.
Wow.
Who else do we got? Oh, we got one more match here, John. One of my favorite watches lately. Joey Silver is going to be in the house, Constant Pro Wrestling, and he's going to be taking on Eddie Thomas.
Constant Wrestling fans, it's everybody's favorite family-friendly wrestler, Explosive Eddie Thomas here, and I just want to tell you all how excited I am about Saturday. I get to wrestle my good friend, Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver. But you guys knew that already, that's all anyone's talking about.
Hey kid, are you so excited to see Joey Silver? Okay.
Well, but first things first, Joey. Great promo. Honestly, I mean, goosebumps. For real. Okay? Now listen, I understand why you might be a little upset, but I can promise you, all that gatekeeper malarkey, I'm not that guy anymore. It's ancient history. It's in the past. Water under the bridge. Other idioms of that nature. Yep. I mean, come on. This is a guy who show after show spends buckets of money throwing candy out to all of his adoring fans trying to buy their affection. And I mean, honestly, you really got to respect the hustle. And you know what? So what if 4 out of 5 doctors agree that too much sugar leads to unnecessary weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease? You know, because who doesn't love a good underdog story? Hey! Saturday, April 11th, Constant Wrestling. Are you pumped to see Joey Silver? All right. I can't wait for Saturday. Best day ever. And Joey, I know you're excited too. So, all you fans out there, are we having fun yet?
I love everything about it. I love that energy. I love the whole thing.
Dude, he's hilarious.
He is. I guess I should have said it's not Eddie Thomas who's not impressed. It's those damn kids at the playground who aren't impressed with Joey Silver, apparently.
Oh man, those kids are great. They're like, what are, huh?
Yeah, they look exactly like
cool.
our kids about 5-10 years ago, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
Cared just about as much.
Can I have some money?
Yep.
Again, that's Constant Pro Wrestling, guys. This Saturday, April 11th, the Renaissance at the First Presbyterian Church of Avenel, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Bell time is 6:30. Let's move on to show number 2 for this week, Radical Wrestling Experience. They're having a show called April Showers at the Fairview Fire Company in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Doors are going to open at 5. Bell time is 6. Bring the whole family and experience the excitement of live professional wrestling as RWE's top stars collide in the ring. Adults, $20. Children, 6 to 12, $10. Children 5 and under are free, and proceeds help benefit the Fairview Fire Company, which is always a cool deal.
Always.
Yep. Big fans of these. But John, I'm saving it for the end. I'm hoping you haven't seen it yet. I'm saving it for the end here. Let's start with Skylar Kincaid is going to take on Big Rock for the RWE title. Go down again. We have Mosh Pit. Remember Mosh Pit? We saw him on Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling, and I would love to get up here.
We were impressed. We were impressed with him.
Yeah, man. Allentown's not that far from us. But Mosh Pit's going to be there taking on the Dakodiak. You got a tag match. Cash Grab taking on the Bipolar. We got a Golden Key match. Erwin Von Scharf, who's one of my favorite guys. I've talked to him a couple times at some EWA shows, and he's a really cool guy and a great performer in the ring. Big fan of him. Glad to see him here in the Golden Key match. Winner gets the Golden Key that unlocks all sorts of potential. EVS, Erwin Von Scharf, is going to take on Gabby Gilbert versus Anthony Colosi versus Party Starter versus JR Soba versus Hector El Toro. Right?
Wow. Gosh, dog.
And of course, I probably gave the surprise away, but we are going to hear some words from EVS, Erwin Von Scharf.
Saturday, April 11th, in Allentown, Pennsylvania, is the Radical Wrestling Experience Golden Key match. And what does that mean for me? A golden key is an opportunity to open doors that are always closed to me because all those old wrestlers are in my way. Especially you, Anthony Colosi. I see you in that match. And I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you. Gabby Gilbert, get out of my way. J.R. Soba, get out of my way. Everybody, get out of my way. Because it is Erwin Von Scharf, EVS's time.
Yeah, it is. He's intense.
Dude, he's a little unhinged, man. I like it.
Unhinged is always the best. Oh, my goodness. We've got, what else have we got on this show? We've got a teacher versus student match. Matt Silks.
Those are always good.
Yeah, I know. Matt Silks is going to take on Simon Walker. I wanted to see something here. I got words here from Matt Silks.
Oh, hey guys! Simon Walker coming at you. Got a big debut coming up, but I can't seem to get that TRK out my mouth. So instead of standing here and telling what y'all gonna do to you, I'm gonna hang on my sidearm here and tell y'all a little story. My grandpappy, he raised up on these lands and he told me one time, you want something out of life, you really, really gotta push for it. And Matt Silk's a Lewistown legend. Okay, now let me, do my thing. Can I please see that? That's f***ing atrocious. Thank you. I'll eat the fine, also, with swearing. That feels much better. Now I feel more like a man. Alright, man with less teeth. Anyway, Simon Walker, I'm coming for your You heard that? Coming? That's right. I'm not gonna be on a horse. I'm not gonna come in with my invisible guns, and I'm not going to act like I'm from a Clint Eastwood movie. Nope. I'm the Lewistown legend. I'm the man that's made this match possible. You may say you don't know who I was 8 months ago, but kid, within under, I don't know, like maybe 8 seconds, I'm gonna show you why they called me a legend when I was 20 years old. The man that died, yep, that's right, we tell stories, and it's all about this and that there. My trainer, his brother died. You know what he named me? That's the Lewistown legend. Yeah, it started out as a joke, but damn it, it's my moniker. It's what they call me in front of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I've won championships. I took time away. I came back, had my teeth kicked out of my mouth. There's nothing that you can sell me, especially on a horse, with invisible guns that ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna kick you so hard that you take your right back to Brokeback Mountain. TRK. Out.
Ooh, doggy.
Bro, that promo was awesome. That shit was, dude. The making fun of Simon Walker and then switching, so good.
I'll eat the fine. Yeah. Great line.
That match is going to be nuts. I see why he is the Lewistown legend. I'm sure he's talked hundreds, if not thousands, of people into a building. Oh my God, what else is on this show? So I got wrapped up in that promo. I don't know. I went out of order here. I don't know if I mentioned we got Robbie Tragedy's going to be there taking on Victor Shine. Again, this is Saturday, April 11th, Radical Wrestling Experience, April Showers at the Fairview Fire Company. The Philly boys are going to take on Team Jawa, and the losing team must split up. All right. Those are big stakes.
I'd say so.
I got 2 more matches. Let's go to Bradley Henderson, who is going to be taking on Warface Ruiz this weekend.
Ooh.
April 11th at Radical Wrestling Experience. The RV say Bradley Henderson goes one-on-one with Warface Ruiz. I love that name, man. And it fits you. It fits you so well, you know. You're a fighter. You overcame all this struggle. It's just, for a guy with the name Warface, at RWE, you sure are just kind of here doing stuff. And hey, man, if that's you, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I'm at RWE to make people realize that I'm the biggest star RWE has to offer. That I'm the single most important person in this company. But if you really bout the name Warface, then I suggest you come show me that on Saturday. But it ain't gonna matter what you do. You just a stepping stone in my journey here at RWE, and you're about to see why all of this is for me and me.
All right, we're getting down to it. Bradley Henderson, he's like, yeah, you're here, you know, doing stuff. But the match I'm going to enjoy the most, I wish I could be there to see it. Shit, now I'm thinking about driving up to Allentown, Pennsylvania for it, John, because we're having a Legends triple threat match. Mock Chuck Muller versus Ed House versus Phil Stamper, the MCW general manager in the house for the Legends triple threat. I'm so excited. Oh,
dude, that's
man.
Crazy.
Hey, shit, he lives down here. Maybe we could carpool. I could just ride up with him.
There you go. Catch a ride.
There it is. Well, listen, we know Phil Stamper can talk, so I'm excited to let Phil Stamper talk about this Legends triple threat match.
Radical Wrestling Experience. My name is Phil Stamper, and what everybody tells me about RWE is that you need a responsible adult, and apparently that's me. That's the only thing you're missing. You have your Draven Blazes, you have your Jason Havocs, you have everyone else that you need for a combustible mix. Someone needs to take control. Somebody needs to teach somebody a lesson. And Submission Old Sunday aside, I think it's time RWE learns to trust in Phil. I'll see you April 11th in Allentown.
It's going to be so good, man. I wish I could. Phil's my guy. That
was sneaky good, dude. That was like under the radar good, right? That was very, yeah. I'm digging it.
Yeah. Again, let me recap this one here. That was Radical Wrestling Experience, April Showers, Fairview Fire Company, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Doors open at 5 o'clock this Saturday, guys. Last one, some folks that we cover all the time, we are big fans of. We've watched death matches in their arena. TWE Chattanooga, man, these guys have been killing it. Every time I turn around, TWE Chattanooga is somewhere else. Their talent, their matches, crazy shit going on. It doesn't matter what it is, man. TWE has got it locked down. So I am here for this one. And this show this Saturday, Sink or Swim, I believe is going to be live on IWTV. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I saw in the post. So if you guys can't get to the show, which I'm encouraging you to do if you're local, check it out on IWTV. The doors open at 6:30 at the TWE Arena on Saturday. Bell time is 8 o'clock. Email twechattanooga@gmail.com for more information. Oh, I added this one in too. Well, I'm just going to kick it right off then, man. The tag team titles are on the line. Unsigned and Don't Care are going to be in the house. Aaron Williams and Gary J taking on one of my favorite groups in all of wrestling right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Coming to the GOAT, baby.
Exactly.
Oh, love them.
And so we know, April 11th, we put out the challenge for the best teams in the world to come twice on for size. And we got Unsigned and Don't Care, making big waves right now. Gary J, you're coming back. You got lucky in that singles match last time. You're not gonna be lucky this time. Oh, you're Unsigned and Don't Care. So you must do it for the love of the game. But wrestling don't always love you back, does it, Gary and Aaron? When you drive 8 hours to some show and some piece of promoter stiffs you on your payoff, it don't love you back. When you put your body on the line and have to set up a damn GoFundMe to pay your medical bills, wrestling don't love you back. And when you kill yourself for this business and you see a bunch of neckbeards on the internet that couldn't jog for 30 seconds without getting out of breath talking shit about you, it don't love you back. And when you put your life on the line against the coven of the GOAT, you're gonna find out how much this business hates your guts. April 11th, Sink or Swim, Unsigned and Don't Care. They're gonna find you at the bottom of the ocean. Ow!
The Rev.
God, they are so good. They are so good.
Oh my God. The Rev is one of my favorite talkers in the business. I could listen to him cut promos like this all day long. And that intro, the intro with the two Tennessee and the Dolly Parton and the whole, it's so good. It's just everything about it, the Rev and the presentation of these guys. I am a huge, huge fan of these. I hope they don't drop these belts for a long time.
It makes two of us, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else I got here. We've got the Action Wrestling title is going to be on the line, John. Darian Bankston is in the house. He's going to defend against Aaron Wade, the sensei. That's going to be a hell of a match. Former Gig City champion Damon Stryker is going to take on Sean Christopher. This is one I am like crazy for. Shug D is going to take on Casey Owens in a loser leaves town match. I don't want either one of these guys to leave town.
I don't either, but I do love me a match with some steps, man.
No doubt. So since you mentioned it, let's talk about Big Dave versus the Wall in a barefoot hillbilly scuffle.
My childhood.
Right? I mean, Oh God! All right, so I'm gonna get to the rest of these promos now. I was still recovering from the Coven of the Goat, but we've got Derek Neal is taking on former Evolve talent Draco Starks. Let's hear from him about this match.
2 weeks ago, after I beat Cody Manhorn, I called out Derek Neal for Sink or Swim on April 11th. And people are wondering, Draco, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you call out one of the best in TWE? One of the best in the Southeast? One of the best in the damn nation? Draco, why would you call out the Kings Road Slayer, Derek Neal? Well, some inside info about me. I'm a businessman. I've earned a master's in business administration. And the best businesses are constantly evaluating, measuring, challenging themselves, setting goals to get better. And what better way to evaluate myself? What better time than the biggest TWE show this year, Sink or Swim? That's about, 6 months into my independent wrestling career, so that's 2 business quarters, half a business year, my first year of incorporation. So yeah, I think that's a damn good time to evaluate who I am. And what better way to challenge my business than against Derek Neal? I know I'm great. I know I still belong in the big leagues. And I know Saturday is going to be one brutal hell of a battle. But I know one thing more than all the rest, and that is Big Red stands on business. And this Saturday at Sink or Swim.
Ooh, my man stands on business. Clock it.
Oof. Dude, that's going to be, as JR would say, a slobber knocker.
Isn't it though? Isn't it though? Now I got to ask you this because, we've mentioned on this show numerous times, you're my business guy. So what kind of quarter? I mean, did it sound like he had a good quarter? Did it sound like he had the right credentials? I mean, is he properly?
I'm not telling him no.
No. Go ahead. You can tell him. Give him your honest answer. It's fine.
Sounds right, sir.
It sure does, man. Oh, I think I'm missing one on here. That's all right. I'm going to get to it. Let's talk about somebody we may have mentioned before. Once or twice in the last few weeks, Corinne Joy is going to be at this show, John.
Oof.
She's going to take on...
Love her.
Yeah, and she's going to take on Ravenna Vane, and I'm just going to play it.
After what Damon Stryker pulled at Ides on the Prize, make no mistake in thinking that I'm done with him. But for now, I'm going to let Sean handle that. And I'm going to move on to more pressing matters. Someone who, ever since they've come around, has been an absolute thorn in my side, has been nothing but an annoyance and an obstacle that I just can't seem to escape from. Not once, but twice, Corinne Joy, you have screwed me. I don't take kindly to people taking the coward's way out. You and your little boyfriend, Grayson Pierce, have crossed me 2 times too many. Now, I know I get to get my hands on you at the Scenic City Rumble on May 1st. But baby, that is just not soon enough. So April 11th at Sink or Swim, Corinne Joy, I want you one-on-one. Leave that little young gun in the back and face me like a woman. I am not asking, I'm demanding. You seem to think that you can run around doing whatever you want, but karma always comes to collect. And I will be collecting mine in blood. See you soon, diva.
Ooh.
That's another one that the visual
fight.
Yeah, it is. That's
about
visual
to be a fight.
Look, Corinne Joy at Ravenna Vane is a badass, man. I'm such a fan of hers. She's talking about Grayson Pierce, who is also on this show. We're going to talk about him in a second, but I'm a big Grayson Pierce is another one who might ripple the matrix this year, John. Grayson Pierce had an IWTV title match against Krule at Action Wrestling last month and won by DQ. You don't just beat Krule.
Dude,
Like
the guy is good. What I've seen of him, he's very, very good. Gives me a lot of Adam Cole vibes, right?
Yeah.
Kind of smaller, thinner. He's kind of got that. But you know what it is? It's the confidence. The guy's
Swagger.
confidence is
Facts.
off the charts, dude.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Yeah, he's got a swagger about him that you can't teach that, But he's going to be here, and we should check him out this Saturday night because he's challenging Sean Campbell for the Gig City title. And Sean Campbell has some opinions like Lauren.
Grayson Pierce. So you got the speed, you got the athleticism, but do you have the toughness? You see, I just got done beating the crap out of Sean Christopher. I still got marks on my chest, and brother, he's got marks on his. And you see, we've wrestled before, Grayson, and I know you're quick, you're witty, you're a little dirty, but I like that. If you can hang with me April 11th at Sink or Swim, if you can prove you got that grit, you got that toughness, you might just walk away with the TWE Gig City Championship. And if not, you're sitting there notch under my belt. KOBK.
Dick, KOBK. In the house. I like Sean Campbell too, man. I think that promo gives you an idea, like his personality. Like I really think he's just really, really good. He talks well. He wrestles great. He just beat Damon Stryker, I think, for that Gig City Championship. And Damon Stryker's another guy. I could talk about this entire roster, but Damon Stryker's another guy I think is on his way up.
Yeah, I agree.
Last but not least, the TWE Undisputed Championship is on the line. A guy we have talked about so many times, Jamison Shook, the former TWE champion. He just recently lost that title to Hunter Drake. Jamison Shook is going to get his rematch at this show. It will be Hunter Drake defending the TWE championship, undisputed championship against Jamison Shook in Barbed Wire Baptism 2. You like stakes, John? There it is.
You don't get much steakier than those steaks.
Barbed Wire Baptism. Count me the fuck in. Where is... Now, I need to find this because we're going to hear from the champion. Here it is. Let's hear from the champ.
For 7 years of my life, my entire adulthood, I have busted my ass. I have bled, sweat, cried. I have fought hard to build the Hunter Drake name. And I watch guys like Jamison Shook come into my business and get handed everything I work for. I am the TWE Undisputed Champion. Why? Because I earned it. I walked into TWE, I took over the damn place, and I proved that I'm the best wrestler in this locker room. Shook! April 11th, Barbed Wire Baptism for this TWE Championship. Just because I fight smarter, not harder, that doesn't mean I can't get down to it. I bleed just like you. Dog collar matches, exploding cage matches, death matches, whatever you want to throw at me, I will have a plan to walk out of Chattanooga with my crown. April 11th, Sink or Swim. It's a start of a new era. After this, I don't want to see Jamison Shook for this championship no more. You can call this the bad for your health era.
My man.
Ooh, bad for your health era.
My man.
Ooh.
And look, Hunter Drake. I told you this whole roster I could go crazy for, but Hunter Drake, man, that guy is going to be a great champion. Jamison Shook was a great champion, but I think Jamison Shook's on his way to things too. So we will see. But this is an impressive card. If you can watch it, if you're local and you can get down to Chattanooga at the TWE Arena, I strongly encourage you to do that. Otherwise, try to check it out. Hold on, it's right here. Does it say? It says live on IWTV, so I guess it will be live starting at, what the hell did I just say the time was, John? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Oh, well, that's all I got. I think that was a perfect way to cap off the preview of TWE, the Control Center, and the show, man. You got anything else for him?
Dude, that was a great show today, man. That was fun catching up, man. Trying to get back into the news cycle. It was good.
Yeah. Just talking shit. You know, me and you just talking wrestling.
Shit.
I've been doing it for 40 years. Yes, sir, man. Well, listen, next week we will be back with Samson as we prepare for our trip to Marquette and his title defense against Matt Riddle. See you guys next week.
See you, everybody.